Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories and our championship game of the 14-15 Categories playoff. It puts Blue Valley Tigers, coached by Adam Wade, versus Blue Valley Northwest Huskies, coached by Rob Meacham. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First from the Tigers.
Hi, I'm Arjun Prakash. I'm a senior and my favorite actor is Matt Damon.
Hi, I'm Luke Connors. I'm also a senior and my favorite actor is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Hi, I'm William Liu. I'm a junior and my favorite actor is Kevin Spacey.
Hi, I'm Sid Hegday. I'm a sophomore and my favorite actor is Jamie Foxx.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm a junior and my favorite actor is Colin Firth.
And our contestants from Blue Valley Northwest.
I'm Dan and I'm a senior.
I'm Alec and I'm a senior.
I'm Abik. I'm also a senior.
I'm Ben. I'm a freshman.
And I'm Evan and I'm a senior.
Fantastic. To answer, I'm not going to be sexist. I'm going to go with Meryl Streep as being one of my favorites. Yeah. I know, but I'm not going to limit it, gentlemen. I'm all-encompassing. All right. Here on Categories, in the first round, we will take turns answering questions. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. We did a coin toss before we started taping, and it is won by the Blue Valley Tigers. So Tigers, here is the first category. It is general knowledge. The postal abbreviations of which states form the words Ma and Pa? Luke.
Massachusetts and Pennsylvania.
Those are the two. Huskies, current events is your question. Tens of thousands of people recently marched in Moscow to mourn the opposition activist who was shot dead on Friday, February 27th.
Boris Nemtsov.
There you go. Very good. Tigers, back to you with science. Species this time. What is the only carnivore native to mainland Australia? William.
Tasmanian devil.
It's not the Tasmanian devil. Huskies, chance to steal this species category. What is the only carnivore native to mainland Australia? Alec?
Dingo.
It is the dingo. Huskies, back to you with literature. Eliza escapes from her slave trader named Haley in a flight across a partially frozen river. This occurs in what 1852 novel? Tigers, chance to steal this literature question. Eliza escapes from a slave trader named Haley in a flight across a partially frozen river. This occurs in what 1852 novel? Luke.
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Uncle Tom's Cabin. Tigers, back to you with military history. What was the number of the PT boat rammed and sunk during World War II on which John F. Kennedy served? Sid.
109.
109. Huskies, coming back to you with a geometry question. What is the least number of faces a prism can have? Abik?
6.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Tigers, geometry is the category, your chance to steal. What is the least number of faces a prism can have? Luke?
5.
5. Tigers, back to you with economics. What is the correct term for the income of a firm after all costs and expenses have been paid prior to the distribution of dividends or the payment of taxes? Luke?
Profit.
It is profit. Long definition for profit. Huskies, back to you. Fine arts, pottery. What are the glass-like coatings that are placed on ceramic objects at very high temperatures? Ben?
Glazes.
Glazes, very good. Tigers, sports history is your category. What ancestor of American football was named for the school at which it was first played? Arjun?
Rugby?
It is rugby. Huskies, back to you with vocabulary. What is the general name for a sentimental composition written as though intended to be sung out of doors and under a lady's window? Dan.
A serenade.
A serenade. Tigers, U.S. geography. Identify this U.S. capital city, the state capital, from its location. It's on the Mississippi River, about 85 miles northwest of New Orleans. Sid.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, very good. Nice accent on that too. Excellent play. Huskies, back to you. General knowledge is your category. Where are ships kept when being constructed or repaired? Alec.
Dry dock.
Dry dock. Tigers, current events is your category. Name the actor who played Spock on the original TV series. Arjun?
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy. Huskies, back to you. This is a chemistry question. Chemical elements have been named after planets, scientists, and numbers. What is the only element to be named after an American state? Dan.
Californium.
Californium. Tigers, literature is your category. An obscure pirate named Alexander Selkirk was marooned for 4 years on a deserted island. A great English writer based a fictional book on Selkirk's experiences there. Name the book. Sid.
Robinson Crusoe.
Robinson Crusoe. Huskies, back to you with history. When King Edward I of England said, "What touches all should be approved of all," he was stating a belief that resulted in the establishment of a body that still is in existence today. What is it? Dan.
Parliament.
Parliament. Tigers, coming back to you. You have a math question. In which direction does the parabola y equals negative 3x squared plus 5 open? Luke.
Down.
Down. Huskies, economics terminology is your category. A cola can be a nut or a refreshing soft drink, but in business, and especially in union contracts, cola denotes something completely different. What do the letters in cola stand for? Tigers, chance to steal this economics terminology question. A cola can be a nut or a refreshing soft drink, but in business and especially in union contracts, cola denotes something completely different. What do the letters in the word cola stand for? Luke.
Corporate-owned license agreement.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Cost of living adjustment. Cost of living adjustment. Yours was good though. Tigers, we do come back to you with music, this time specifically anthems. What is the world's oldest national anthem? I'm looking for the title of the anthem. Arjun.
God Save the Queen.
God Save the Queen, very good. Huskies, coming back to you. Sports, this time tennis. In what town do the Wimbledon Tennis Championships take place? Abik?
Wimbledon, England.
It is Wimbledon, England. Tigers, coming back to you. Language. Most people in the United States speak English, but use certain forms of speech heard in their region in their region of the country. What are these forms of speech called? Luke.
Dialects.
Dialects, very good. Huskies, coming back to you. Geography. Identify the northernmost Canadian province. Ben.
The Yukon.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Tigers, chance to steal this geography question. Identify the northernmost Canadian province. Luke?
Quebec.
It is Quebec. Got to be careful. Some of those are territories, not provinces. Tigers, coming back to you with world history. Adolf Hitler was not born in Germany, as one might suspect, but in what country? Arjun.
Austria.
Austria. Huskies, coming back to you, U.S. history. The Civil War fiercely divided this state, with over 30,000 fighting for the Confederacy and about 64,000 fighting for the Union. Name it. Ben.
Virginia.
I'm sorry, it is not Virginia. Tigers, chance to steal this U.S. history question. The Civil War fiercely divided this state. Over 30,000 fought for the Confederacy, and about 64,000 fought for the Union. Name it. Luke.
Kansas.
It is not Kansas. It is Kentucky. Kentucky. Tigers, coming back to you, general knowledge. What capital letter in the Greek alphabet is shaped like a triangle? Luke?
Delta.
Delta. Back to you, Huskies, U.S. geography. Canals often played an important role in commerce. Name the two bodies of water connected by the Erie Canal. Alec.
Lake Erie and the Hudson River.
Those are the two. Tigers, back to you, music composers. This versatile Russian-born composer created over 100 works, including symphonies, concertos, chamber pieces, masses, cantatas, piano sonatas, ballets, and one polka for a circus elephant. Name this composer of The Rite of Spring. William.
Stravinsky.
It is Stravinsky. Huskies, government is your category. What term was applied to those who believed that the United States should not make alliances, but rather should stay out of European affairs? Dan.
Isolationists.
Isolationists, very good. Tigers, back to you, U.S. geography again. In what three time zones are these three states? Ohio, Iowa, Nevada. Nathan.
Eastern, Central, and Mountain.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Huskies, chance to steal this U.S. geography question. In what three time zones are these three states? Ohio, Iowa, and Nevada. Alec.
Eastern, Central, Pacific.
And Pacific, yes. Huskies, coming back to you with vocabulary, this time dealing with aviation. What two-syllable word beginning with the letter S refers to one flight made by one aircraft? Dan. Solo. Cannot accept solo. Tigers, chance to steal this aviation vocabulary question. What two-syllable word beginning with the letter S refers to one flight made by one aircraft? Luke?
Solus.
It is not a solist. It's a sortie. A sortie. Coming back to you, Tigers, this time medicine. What is the common name, careful, pneumoconiosis, caused by inhalation of coal dust? Arjun.
Black lung.
Black lung. Huskies, science is your category. What is the name given to the energy which must be supplied to molecules to enable them to react together? Ben.
Activation energy.
Activation energy. Fine arts for you, Tigers. Which one of these men was not a painter? Was not a painter of the 19th century French Impressionist movement? Was it Claude Monet, Edgar Degas, Nicolas Poussin, or Pierre-Auguste Renoir? Luke.
The third one.
That's correct. It's Poussin.
Nice.
Huskies, coming back to you. This time you have Shakespeare. Finish this line from Shakespeare. Here we go. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar. Time on that one. Tigers, chance to steal. Nathan?
Not to praise him.
Not to praise him. Very good. And that's from Julius Caesar. As that siren denotes the end of our first half, Blue Valley with a score of 19, Blue Valley Northwest 12. As you can see in the tournament bracket on your screen, in the semifinal rounds, first place Blue Valley competed against fourth place Shawnee Mission West, and second place Blue Valley West played against third place Blue Valley Northwest. And the winners, of course, are meeting today in the championship match. We had a very competitive categories playoff tournament so far, and the final games promise to be exciting as well. All right, in the second round here, as tradition, we will start with our look and listen question, in which we will display it here on a monitor for our contestants in the studio. The look and listen question is worth 2 points, and I want to remind our contestants, once we stop the video for a question or someone ringing in, we cannot re-cue it. We have to go from where it is being stopped. So here we are with our look and listen question for our championship game. An engraving was recently added to this monument to designate the location of what 20th century event? We're looking for the event. Ben.
Martin Luther King's I Had a Dream speech.
That's exactly what we're looking for. And 2 points to you guys. And you started off the second round with 2 more points. And right now we have a score of Blue Valley 19, Blue Valley Northwest 14. As we continue here in our second round, in the lightning round, questions will be placed on the floor for either team to answer. If a team responds correctly, of course, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team still gets a chance to steal. So here we go. Both teams, U.S. government is the category. What is the supreme law of the land in the United States? Luke.
The United States Constitution.
It is the Constitution. World history for both teams. This Russian city on the Neva River was besieged for 30 months during World War II. Dan.
Leningrad.
Leningrad, very good. Geography, terminology. What is a steep cliff called that separates 2 areas with different elevations? Ben.
A bluff.
I cannot accept a bluff. Tigers, chance to steal this terminology from geography. What is a steep cliff called that separates 2 areas with different elevations? Luke.
A plateau.
It is not a plateau. It's an escarpment. We shall continue. Both teams, economics is the category. Stocks or commodities bought to be delivered at some time to come are called what? Alec.
Futures.
Those are called futures. Language, specifically Spanish. A number of Latin American newspapers are called this, which means the press. Identify that name. Luke.
La Presa.
We can accept that. Very good. Okay. Huskies, both teams, not just the Huskies. Both teams. Tigers, you're welcome to play too. Science is the category. Name the 3 relatively inert metals that are most likely to be found in free form. Luke.
Iron, copper, and nickel.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Huskies, chance to steal this science question. Name the 3 relatively inert metals that are most likely to be found in free form. Abik.
Iron, gold, and silver.
It was close. It was gold and silver, but the third was copper. U.S. history for both teams. In 1972, Nixon signed a communique in which city, normalizing Sino-American relations. Dan.
Beijing.
Cannot accept Beijing. Tigers, chance to steal this U.S. history question. In 1972, Nixon signed a communique in which city, normalizing Sino-American relations? Arjun.
Peking.
It is not Peking. Shanghai. Both teams, math, specifically statistics. In statistics, a descriptive measure computed from or used to describe a population of data, such as the median age of all white males in the United States, is called what? Ben.
A demographic.
I cannot accept a demographic. Tigers, chance to steal the statistics question. In statistics, a descriptive measure computed from or used to describe a population of data, such as the median ages of all white males in the United States, is called what? Luke.
An indicator?
It is not an indicator. It's a parameter. Music, composers for both teams. An opera by Verdi. Translate La Forza del Destino to English. Luke.
The Force of Destiny.
The Force of Destiny. World geography for both teams. The part of the Nile River that flows from Lake Victoria to Khartoum is called the White Nile. What do we call the part that rises in the mountains? Ben.
The Blue Nile.
It is the Blue Nile. General knowledge for both teams. Name the 25,000 seat open air amphitheater near Los Angeles. Alec.
Hollywood Bowl.
It is the Hollywood Bowl. U.S. geography for both teams. What state has the model Battle Born since it was proclaimed the 36th state in 1864 during the Civil War? Dan.
West Virginia.
Can I accept West Virginia? Tigers, chance to steal this U.S. geography question. What state has the motto "Battle Born" since it was proclaimed? Since it was proclaimed the 36th state in 1864 during the Civil War? Luke?
Arizona.
It's not Arizona, it's Nevada. Nevada. Art is the category for both teams. Whose fresco, entitled "The School of Athens," was completed in 1511? Abik?
Raphael.
Raphael. Art terminology for both teams. Derived from an Italian word meaning to load, this method of artistic expression creates a comic effect by exaggerating particular characteristics of a person. Luke.
Caricature.
Caricature. Math for both teams. By what factor would you multiply a measurement in inches to convert it to centimeters? Abhi.
2.54.
2.54. Currently, our score is Blue Valley 23, Blue Valley Northwest 20. U.S. history for both teams. How did the White House get its name? Dan.
It was whitewashed after the British burned it in the War of 1812.
Very good. World history for both teams. Name the two major powers that were allied with France during the 7 Years' War. Abik?
Austria and England.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Tigers, chance to steal this world history question. Name the two major powers that were allied with France during the 7 Years' War. Luke?
Russia and Prussia.
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. It's kind of a combination of both of them. It was Austria and Russia. Austria and Russia. Both teams, literature, this time specifically manuscripts. These documents have been called the greatest manuscript discovery of modern time. They include all the books of the Old Testament. Dan.
The Dead Sea Scrolls.
The Dead Sea Scrolls, very good. General knowledge, proverbs. I'll explain it to you prosaically, and you recite the proverb. Here it is. When visiting a foreign land, Luke.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
That's excellent. That's exactly what we're looking for. Current events for both teams. A deal was reached to fund the Department of what? For Dan.
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security is correct. Vocabulary. Does deprecate mean belittle, use up? Nathan.
Belittle.
It does mean belittle. Geography for both teams. Greenwich Village is in New York. Where is Greenwich? Dan?
England.
England. We also would have accepted Connecticut. Military history. Military history for both teams. It took place on a hill called Senlac. Name this battle in the south of England where William of Normandy defeated Harold of Sid.
Battle of Hastings.
The Battle of Hastings. Literature, terminology for both teams. When a writer uses words to help the reader use his five senses to better understand. Alec.
Imagery.
Imagery. You've closed the gap a bit here. Blue Valley 26, Northwest 25. Fine arts, film is the category. At Lowe's Grand Theater in Atlanta on December 15th, 1939, what premiered? Dan?
Gone with the Wind.
It is Gone with the Wind. Literature. Actually, kind of a literature/science question. He believed that God designed the universe according to a simple mathematical plan. In his 1596 treatise, The Mystery of the Universe, he postulated that Plato's 5 regular solids lay between the spheres of the orbits of the 6 known planets. Name this German astronomer. Abid?
Kepler.
It is Kepler. Science, anatomy. What two-word term describes the vessels that supply the heart muscle with oxygenated blood? Dan.
Ventricles.
Can I accept ventricles? Tigers, chance to steal this anatomy question. What two-word term describes the vessels that supply the heart muscle with oxygenated blood? Sid.
Coronary arteries.
Coronary arteries. Sports is for both teams. In baseball, what happens if a batted ball hits a runner in the process of running to a base? Nathan.
The runner is out.
The runner is out. Spelling for both teams. It is a person who pretends to have more knowledge than he really has. Spell charlatan. A beak.
CHARLATAN.
That is correct. General knowledge for both teams. Pauldrons, tasses, sollerets, greaves, and gauntlets are parts found on what type of suit? Luke.
Armor.
Armor. Nice. Science, medicine, multiple choice. Of Black Death, smallpox, typhus, and influenza, which one is spread through casual skin contact? Alec?
Smallpox.
It is smallpox. Economics for both teams. Another multiple choice question. A share of stock is actually a certificate of ownership in a corporation, a receipt for money deposited in a... Alec?
Certificate of ownership in a corporation.
That is correct. Presidential history for both teams. Who was the first U.S. president to give the State of the Union address? Dan?
Woodrow Wilson.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Tigers, chance to steal this presidential history question. Who was the first U.S. president to give a State of the Union address? Nathan?
Thomas Jefferson.
It was actually George Washington. George Washington. And with that siren, it does denote the end of our game, and currently the score is Blue Valley Northwest 30, Blue Valley 29. An outstanding game by both teams, and congratulations to our tournament champions, Blue Valley Northwest. We will conclude our program here shortly with our awards and trophies presentation. Congratulations to both teams in a well-played championship match. At this time, I would like to call out Coach Adam Wade to present him the second place trophy. And Coach, congratulations on a regular season 4-0 with the regular season record. Nice job. Yep.
I just want to congratulate my guys, Arjun, Luke. Tremendous way to go out. I know that ended up just 1 point short today, but that was a tremendous game, tremendous championship game. Blue Valley Northwest, terrific job, you guys. You're terrific. But guys, tremendous career. Great job to my seniors and youngsters. We'll get ready and we'll be back next year. So.
Fantastic. And now for our presentation of our first place trophy, welcome out Coach Rob Meacham from Blue Valley Northwest. Congratulations, Coach. And also an excellent job in the regular season with a 3-1 record.
Thank you so much. All right. I'd probably be lying if I didn't say I was in a little bit of shock. That was a great match, and both teams did an awesome job. I'd like to thank all 5 of our guys. What a great season we had. Ben, our future, great job. Man, you came through this match, I'll tell you what. But and in particular, all our seniors, Evan, Abik, Alec, but especially Dan Stilley. He's been with us all 4 years, and he's kind of the rock of our team. This is awesome. We've never gotten past the third place game before, and when the championship is it's something that we'll be really proud of. Thank you all.
All right, once again, congratulations to all our contestants throughout the entire 14-15 category season, and congratulations especially to the top 2 placers. Please join us every week that you possibly can as we will continue to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.